Modeling is when, and I'm going to go back again to your client, Teresa. Modeling is when, and it's how NLP was devised, by the way. It's when we put all that we are to one side and we imagine how somebody else that did have all the resources that we want would behave in that situation. So with women that have been abused, in my experience, sometimes either in an NLP frame or in a hypnotic state, I would have asked them before the hypnotic process, who would have the qualities that you would wish to have in that situation that you don't have?
I used this yesterday. I did with a painter yesterday.
Oh, wow. Modeling is how NLP was devised, because Bandler, Grinder, John Laval, they studied Virginia Satir, family therapist, Milton Erickson, handful of other people who were very successful at what they did. They modelled them. They took the salient points and they created a step-by-step process. So quite often when you ask a client who would behave in a situation, who would behave in this situation that you've just depicted to me, who would you admire that would behave in that situation differently to you, whose resources you would admire? And quite often with women, I get Judi Dench, because she tells Bond what to do. You know, she's M in James Bond. The number of times I've had Judi Dench. I've had Samuel L. Jackson with men.
Yeah.
Used to be Al Pacino, or also, who's the other guy? Come on, Robert De Niro. You talking to me? Yeah. You talking to me? So you can tell me a little bit now about modelling. Go on, you two.
Well, with my painter client yesterday, she's expanding her gifts, and we imagined somebody she looked up to, how amazing they were, and we broke it down into 3 qualities that she adored, and then we envisioned them being bubbles, and those 3 bubbles being absorbed into her own energy so that she could now display them and paint like that person. So like absorbing that, embodying those 3 high qualities that she loved about this person, and then allowing it to come out of her.
It's based on the NLP concept that if one person can do it, anyone can learn to do it.
Yeah.
So NLP is very useful in this respect. We're all human beings, we've all got the same equipment. When I've done this in front of hundreds of people and I've given a little NLP speech or something, what's come back at me is, do you mean that I could sing like Pavarotti then? I'd say, if you practiced every day, if you did the vocal exercises, if you dedicated your life and did nothing else, and if you spent it, you'd be a far better singer than you are right now, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So modelling is useful. Yeah. And it also, as we go through the stepping stones, the logical levels, which we'll do next time, it actually wheedles out, are we willing to put in the practice, the behaviour, to learn the skills and abilities, and do we have the belief system and the values in order to attain that all precious identity of being a singer, a trombone player, whatever it is that we put at the identity level? Are we willing to do those steps? Are we willing to go through? Sorry?
I said a hypnotherapist. You know, that's the whole thing, right? That's the whole reason why we're here.
There are these structures within NLP that are glorious because they apply to every single aspect of life.
Right.
We're all human beings and we all have the same capacities. And even a person who doesn't think they're confident in one pocket of reality. And you're kind of utilising that resource, because that's another thing NLP says. People already have all the resources they need. So you pick up the resource from where they do utilize it, and you plop it in the part of reality where they don't think they could utilize it there. And
I have been using this for so long, I didn't even realize I was using it.
I think that's a usefulness to you, realizing that you can put the right labels on it now, or put the NLP labels on. There's a lot of this coming back for you, Nick.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I think when I did the course with you, NLP perhaps wasn't my strength for whatever reason. I think I was more focused on the hypnosis. But yeah, it's bringing it back, definitely.
Yeah. It's funny, when I took Reiki, I took it like 3 times with 3 different masters, same kind of idea. And then you learn, like, this is my second hypnotherapy course. I already took a full session, but I'm learning so many different things in this one, right? So every time, and you're ready to learn more. Honestly, I wasn't into this different layer.
Yeah.
Like, I'll probably take your next one as well. And then that'll be my 3.
That's where you do all the clinical trials, and you understand, as you mentioned the other day, tertiary gain, where there's not just primary gain and secondary gain, there's tertiary gain. And there's all sorts of reasons why we behave, or people behave the way that they do. And I suppose my big point is here that within a therapy session, the person that you're with, for the reasons which they explain to themselves, they don't tell you the entire truth. And there's things that you can do to reveal to them the options that are available to them, but they've closed off. And they've closed off so firmly that, as we were talking to you, Teresa, that you closed them down straight away. No, she can't do that. You don't understand. Okay. So energy exchanges, you see, the vehemency that she feels is transferred to you. So whether we like it or not, we all affect each other. But still want to help, but you're almost in a helpless position, because the ability to help and the wanting and the willingness is there to help, but she's the one with the power. She's the only one that can help.
It's a huge lesson in my life, actually. Any other questions?
That's brilliant. Thank you very much. That's awesomeness. Thank you.
Fun class. I'm enjoying myself.